thank the balance she's all right. Are you all right, April? April? Are you sleeping? She's sleeping, bless her little heart. Boy, is she cute. Too bad she's just a chick and not a bird. April, wake up!
Crow, I was so worried I thought the storm got you.
Me? Honey, I'm the sidekick. Didn't you ever read any legends? The sidekick always survives.
So you're fine?
A few singed tail feathers, and I'm so charged up sparks fly when I try to peck something. Other than that, better than ever. The sea air does wonders for my allergies.
I didn't realize you had allergies.
Exactly.
Do you know what happened to the crew?
As far as I know, they got away in the lifeboat.
There was a lifeboat?
One of those magic fold-up tights, yeah.
I guess they forgot all about me.
I think the captain said something like, "Hey, let the wench drown and justice be done." But, I could have been wrong.
Any idea where the lifeboat is heading?
South, I'd guess. From what I can remember of the old man's stories about the sea, Tagade would be the closest civilized island.
Any idea how I'm gonna get to the islands now?
You could swim. Humans swim, don't they? They must, or you wouldn't be here now.
I don't swim. And nobody can swim that far. There's no land visible in any direction.
Well, I'd suggest flying, but you don't have the necessary equipment.
I'm gonna look around a bit.
Look at what? The sea! There's nothing here, April! Nothing!
I'm wet. I'm a long way from anything. I didn't know the ocean could look so big. Not a thing in sight. This is all that's left afloat of the White Dragon. I'm either the luckiest person alive or the unluckiest person about to die a slow, horrible death. Debris from the White Dragon. Good old Crow. Always there when I need him the most. Why don't you try and find the closest island?
I could do that, but I'd have to leave you on your own.
Crow, I'll be fine.
All right. Don't blame a bird for trying to be a gentleman. Gentle bird, whatever. I'll be back as soon as I can. Don't go anywhere.
Where would I go?
Girls always disappear on me. Trust me.
What the hell is that? Uh-oh, for some reason the story of the bloodthirsty cannibal merman of the Sea of Song suddenly pops to mind. That might be one of the mermen I heard horror stories about. Hi, do you speak Arcadian? Guess not. Doesn't seem so bloodthirsty and cannibalistic up close, though, does it? Hey, come over here and let me pet you. You're just like a seal, aren't you?
How bloody typical. I told her. She didn't believe me. Girls always disappear on me. Always.
There's water out there. Lots of water. I'll just drown if I try to leave. The walls look organic. And those blue things. I think they're polyps of some kind. They live inside the wall and are part of the structure. National Geographic would go nuts over stuff like this. This whole structure looks organic, and there are polyps living inside the walls. There's fresh oxygen coming through here. These polyps must process the oxygen in the water somehow. That's how I'm able to breathe in here. It's a drawing of a man, a human, sticking a strange polyp-shaped object into his mouth. Ugh! In the next drawing, he seems to be able to breathe underwater. Convenient, if somewhat radical. It's a drawing of a man sticking a polyp down his throat so that he'll be able to breathe water. It's the polyp I yanked out of the wall. Oh, this is so disgusting, but I have to get out of here. They must have built that house specifically for air-breathing creatures like myself. The seaweed here is so thick and tangled, it looks almost deliberate. It's a Mer-person. God knows what sex it is, but I'm sure it's not the one that kidnapped me. That one had smaller wings. It's some kind of Mer-person, or what the book called the Mermen. Nice tail. Lucky me, I'm stuck at the bottom of the sea with Bubbles the mermaid. There's got to be a way to communicate with these creatures. I didn't get much out of our first conversation, so no point really. I need to find some other way to communicate with her. It's spear. A harpoon, I guess it's called in maritime terminology. Sorry. It's a glowing green substance that's spread evenly across the walls, providing light and heat. It's a big seashell. There's a large black pearl inside the seashell. It's a drawing of a man cutting his finger open and squeezing some blood into a bowl together with some green, mossy stuff. Then he mashes it together and... oh, gross! He dips a black pearl in it and eats it. That's barbaric. Maybe the stories about the cannibal mermen were true after all. But hey, in the next one he seems capable of speaking fluently with the creatures that brought me here. I wouldn't mind that, if it could get me the hell out of here. It's a drawing of a man mixing some green, mossy stuff with his own blood, applying the mixture to a black pearl, and then eating the pearl. Afterwards, he's able to speak with the mermen. If this gets infected and I have to chew off my finger to fight the gangrene, I'm suing somebody. Ouch. The things I do to save the world. Worlds. A drop of my sweet, precious blood. It's a small amount of a glowing green substance. It's a big black pearl. I could probably get like $1 million for this at home. Here it's like a weed or something. The pearl has turned a golden color and it's glowing with magic. I've always had trouble swallowing pills, especially huge golden magical ones. Well, here goes nothing. Ooh.
Leave the spear be. It belongs to the Waterstiller.
Sorry. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, we understand.
Weird. I have this nagging feeling in the back of my mind that I shouldn't be able to understand what you're saying, but I do.
You have passed the 2 tests of the Gatherer, Landwalker. Breathing water and speaking the tongue of the Mermen. You can serve us now.
Serve you?
You have been brought here to serve us as the Gatherer of Tanyan.
I'm nobody's servant.
You are mistaken, Landwalker. Your life is ours now. You serve us. We took you from your death into our life.
I was perfectly capable of saving myself, thank you very much.
Landwalkers do not survive long in the heat of the yellow fire without their unsalted water. You would have been dead by the next darkness.
What's Tanyan?
Tanyan is life. Tanyan brings light to darkness and sustenance to our caves. Tanyan keeps the Snapjaw from our children and heats us when it is cold. Tanyan is life.
Where does Tanyan come from?
Our gatherers collect it from the caves and shores of the islands, but there is less Tanyan to be found each season, and we need help.
How does Tanyan do all those things you said?
Tanyan provides warmth and light. It draws the harvest close.
Harvest?
The creatures of the sea that we eat, the golden tail, and the weed-eye, and the sand-eater.
Fish. You're talking about fish.
The harvest, yes, that is what we said. The harvest is drawn to the light and to the heat, but the Snapjaw are clever. They stay away. They know the light allows us better aim with our spears.
Why can't you gather Tanyan yourself?
We do, but we cannot move far from our cities or the Snapjaw will hunt us and eat us. If we travel in force, we leave our men and children without guard. And we cannot travel too close to the islands, or the winged demons may catch eye of us. They leave our gatherers alone, though, so you have nothing to fear.
Who are the winged demons?
Ugly, leathery creatures who defy nature to fly up there in the sky. They are evil and live to destroy our people.
Don't the Snapjaw kill the gatherers?
Rarely. Your meat is bitter and tough, not soft and tender like ours.
I won't ask how you know that. I think I've learned enough about Tanyen for now.
You have learned nothing, but your training will teach you what you need to know.
Are your people called the Maerum?
We are the Maerum. Most landwalkers call us Mermen, or Mer-people, but the Maerum is our name in truth.
Who are you, ma'am?
We are the queen of the third city of the Maerum, enlightened keeper of the Tanyen, protector of the light.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, I really had no idea you were a queen.
We are just a queen. Our function is to serve the people, to light our cities, provide food for our men and children, and to protect them from the Snapjaw that hunt us in the dark.
Do you know where my ship went down?
The vessel you foolishly travel in above the water, it rests not far from the city, just past and beyond the landwalker's bubble where you were first brought. I think it is dead.
Do you know the island of Alais?
Yes, we know the island of Alais. Our gatherers find Tanyen there, and the Maerum once had a city in the shallow waters below it.
Can you bring me there?
Until your training is complete, you cannot go gathering. We cannot risk losing you to the Snapjaw, or to have you desert your duties to our people.
How long will my training take?
6 cold oceans.
6 years? Sure, that makes sense. Everything in this world takes ages. I've been told that you worship an old god who lives in the deep.
How did you come by this forbidden knowledge?
I picked it up on my way here. Could you take me to him?
You? No, we cannot. Unless you are Maerum, you are not even allowed to speak of our sleeping god.
Who or what is the Waterstiller?
The Waterstiller is in our prophecies. She is the landwalker who will make us a people united and end all strife.
So you're at war with other Maerum?
No. And so the time for the Waterstiller is still to come. We are at peace with other Maerum.
What else can you tell me about the Waterstiller?
She will come among us by providence, and she will take something from us that we have kept hidden for many generations.
What is it the Waterstiller will come to take from you?
We do not know, but she will open up the ancient shrine and bring light to the darkness. She will destroy a Snapjaw with her spear, give witness of her mission, and then she will reunite us.
She sounds like a swell person.
She is the Waterstiller. She is prophecy.
Where did you say I could find the shipwreck?
Just past and beyond the landwalker's bubble.
Thanks for your time.
We will call on you soon to begin your service. Until then, you should stay inside the landwalker's bubble and away from the dark waters where the Snapjaw lurk.
It's a pretty blue crystal. It's the crystal I took from the Marian's home. Do you need this?
No. It is of no value to us.
Where did you find it? It looks very old.
I believe one of the children found it just outside the city, not far from the landwalker's bubble, among the seaweed by the rocks. We have used it for decoration in our hall, but you are welcome to it. Consider it a gift, gatherer.
Here's another one of those crystals buried in the sand among the seaweed. There's an entrance to a cave back here. Judging by the amount of seaweed, it's a long time since anybody's been in there. It's another one of those blue crystals. It's a long spear with hooks. Probably a harpoon then. Harpoon. This inscription looks like a huge pyramidic structure with an eye in the middle. One-eyed pyramid. This inscription looks like a fish. Fish. It's inscribed with the image of a wave, probably representing water. Water. This ring is inscribed with the image of fire. This ring is inscribed with the image of a Mermen. This ring is inscribed with the image of a bird. This ring is inscribed with the image of a clay pot. It's stuck. I don't think it's supposed to move. It looks like some kind of visual history of the Mer people. According to this first tablet, oh my god, it turns out the Mermen came to Earth inside a type of spaceship from another planet. They're aliens? Not that anything should surprise me at this point, but still. They look very different back then, though. It must have been a long time ago. Their ship looks to have been a living thing, according to these drawings. Wait a minute. Could this be their ancient god, one of the dragons? I think it has to be. After they arrived on Earth, their species divided in two. One crawled into the sea, the other onto land. What does that mean? This must be a while later, because the Maerum look like they do today. At least the ones who went into the sea do. The other ones? They have wings. If I'm going to guess, I'd say that the ones who went to live on land became the Alatien, which means the Maerum and Alatien are related. In this one, they're living close to each other and in peace. And it seems they share equally in the production of tan yen, which attracts fish for both peoples to eat. Then something happens. Or, it looks like, and the Maerum and Alatien move away from each other. In this last one, tan yen is beginning to become scarce, and the Maerum are losing many of their young ones to the Snapjaw. They fear the Alatien, and they forget their common heritage. At the very end, there's a prophecy, I think. The Maerum and the Alatien joining hands once again. When they do, tan yen becomes plentiful and both people prosper. These tablets tell the story of how the Maerum and Alatien were once one people. They came to Earth inside an ancient dragon and lived in harmony, producing and sharing tan yen. Then war broke out, and the two peoples turned on each other, which caused a shortage of tan yen and the death of many Maerum. There's a prophecy at the end. One day, it seems, the Alatien and Maerum will reconcile and prosper. It's a circular indentation framed with the image of two dragons biting each other's tails, almost exactly like the markings on my talisman. Talk for a minute.
Yes, Gatherer. We may.
Why was the cave with the altar and the wall painting just outside the city abandoned?
What? Show us this cave. Immediately.
I lit the cave by placing the crystal from your palace together with 3 more crystals I found on the altar and moving the stone rings into their correct positions.
Can it be that you are... But you are a gatherer. You cannot be she.
Who can't I be?
The Waterstiller. She who, by prophecy, will deliver us from strife and unite us as one people. She who will uncover the ancient shrine.
Looks pretty ancient to me.
This is the shrine, yes. And you have brought light to the darkness as well. But the other prophecies, you have not fulfilled them. You have not proven yourself to be the Waterstiller yet.
How can I do that?
Come back with us, and we will tell you.
How can I prove that I'm the Waterstiller?
You have uncovered the ancient shrine and brought light to the darkness. But this could be just chance. You must show us the witness you carry of your mission to the balance.
The talisman! Damn, I lost it when the storm hit us.
You must also kill a Snapjaw with a spear, and then you will have proven yourself to us. Once you have done this, we will aid you in your quest to make us one people.
Who is the Waterstiller?
She is of the prophecies. She will bring an end to strife and unite our people.
Where do I begin?
Take this spear and slaughter a Snapjaw. This must be done to prove your strength, and to prove you are of the Maerum.
Where do I find the Snapjaw?
If you are the Waterstiller, you will find a way.
I don't think I'm gonna find any Snapjaw in there. The Snapjaw's keeping to the shadows, waiting for me to get close enough to attack. It's a Marian spear. Or harpoon. Whatever. It's dead. I killed it. I'll need something to bring back to prove that I killed the Snapjaw. This tooth will do just fine. Oh man, that's sharp! I had no idea Snapjaw had razor teeth. If I did, better not think about that now. It's my talisman! What incredible luck! The chest probably got smashed up in the storm and the talisman fell out. It's an indentation roughly the size of my talisman, framed with the familiar symbolism of the balance. It's the talisman of the balance. It's a small niche containing what appears to be a shard of a stone. It's a piece of the stone disc! No, wait. It's only one half of a piece. It looks like it's been divided in two. It's strange. It's the sharp fang from a Snapjaw's, jaw. Here's a tooth from the dreaded Snapjaw that guarded the shipwreck, proof of my strength and courage.
You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy. If you fulfill the rest, we will acknowledge you as the Waterstiller.
It's one half of one of the 4 pieces of the stone disc. I got this from the temple cave of the Mermen. I've taken from you the object you've kept hidden for generations. It's part of the disc that will restore the balance and save the twin worlds from chaos.
You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy. If you fulfill the rest, we will acknowledge you as the Waterstiller.
Here's proof of my mission. A magical talisman with the sign of the balance. It means that I'm the 13th guardian of the balance.
You have indeed fulfilled all but one of the prophecies. You might yet be the Waterstiller. We would not have thought she would come in our lifetime.
Good. Then you'll take me to your sleeping god.
There is but one more prophecy you must fulfill.
There's more? Sure, there's always more. That's the fun part about prophecies.
You must unite our people once again.
But you said you were united, that there's no strife between Maerum.
The Waterstiller will come to bring our people together again, to unite us and save us. This has still not come to pass. Until you do so, the prophecies of the Waterstiller have not fully come to pass.
I think I know now what the prophecies mean when they say your people will be reunited. The Maerum are at peace with each other, yes? But you're not at peace with the Alais, the winged demons.
They are our enemies.
Right now they might be, but it wasn't always like that. Not according to the carvings in the temple cave.
What do you mean?
Once upon a time, long ago, the Maerum and the Alais were one people.
What? This is heresy.
I'm just telling you what I saw in your temple. This was a very long time ago, and the one species soon divided in two. One sought refuge in the sea, the other on the winds. But both the Maerum and the Alais were dependent on the other for various reasons, amongst them Tenyen, which was abundant where the two people lived in close proximity to each other. Apparently, there was peace between your two people for a very long time, but then something happened, something that caused a war to break out. Both the Alais and the Maerum moved far away from each other, and ever since then, your people have had a tough time finding Tenyen. I think the only way to save the Maerum from a slow death, and the Alais as well probably, is to reconcile you with your, common ancestry.
How can we believe you, Waterstiller? Your words are too outrageous, and the consequences, were you to be speaking the truth, are grave.
If you don't believe me, check out the temple walls. The whole story has been recorded there, probably when you first came to this place.
But what will our people say? What will they think when we tell them they are brothers and sisters to the winged demons?
You're their queen, and so you'll have to make them understand and accept their heritage. As must the Alais, I expect, and I don't think it will be any easier for them to come to terms with their history.
You must go to them, then, to find if our temple speaks the truth, and if they are willing to speak with us like civilized people.
I guess I must, Waterstiller or not. If you don't reunite with them, you will die, eventually.
We will bring you to the shores of their closest island, and we will await word from you on their answer.
Does this mean you believe me?
You are the Waterstiller. You are prophecy. We will follow your directions and fulfill our destiny. One of our people will bring you to Alais, a night's journey from here. Once there, you will find the Alais and speak with their leaders. If they agree to meet, then we will do so in a place of your choosing.
I promise I'll do my best. Goodbye.
Safe journey, Waterstiller. We will hold on to the piece of the disc you found in the temple. If the winged demons, the Alais, agree to meet us, we will bring the stone.
Emerald green and clear as the morning sky. That's perfect holiday water. It's teeming with life. Debris from another capsized ship. These must be dangerous waters. Shipwreck debris. There's a coil of rope among the debris.
April! You're alive! You're here! You're soaking wet! Where did you go? I thought you drowned. I was completely miserable. And the chicks on this island are so prissy. They don't even care for a kiss unless you're all settled down with a nest in your own territory.
Glad to see you haven't lost the gift of the gab, Crow.
Lady, you have no idea how limited bird Twitter can be. It's all, hi this and here I am that, all damn day long. I haven't had a decent conversation in days.
Well, you're making up for it now.
I never know when you're gonna go AWOL on me again.
I had a little adventure under the sea.
Oh? I didn't know humans had gills.
We don't. Well, I do. I think. At least I can breathe underwater now.
Cool. Not as cool as being able to fly, of course, but still. Hey, does that mean you're a mermaid?
Hardly. I don't have a tail. What did you do after I saw you last?
Well, it took a while, but I found land. Not this island, just a rock with a couple of trees, basically. But when I went back to tell you, you disappeared. I thought you'd gone bonkers from thirst and hunger and drowned yourself or something, so I decided I'd better find solid ground myself or I'd suffer the same fate. And then I found this place. Nice, isn't it? And the best part is, there are no hunters. Only a bunch of big crabs on the east side of the island and a volcano.
I'm gonna walk around for a bit, Crow.
I'll just stay here and preen myself, thank you very much.
Clear, unpolluted waters, overflowing with life. Just one more reason why Arcadia is both the vacationers' and environmental activists' wet dream. Literally. This is paradise. There's no denying it. Simply paradise. It's some kind of giant crab. Sounds like the poor thing's in a lot of pain. Yeah, the shell does look way too tight. Maybe he's outgrown it, but can't shed it. Or whatever it's called. I'll just take a shot here and ask you. Is there any chance you speak, like, a real language? Like, Arcadian or English? Okay. Now, is there some kind of magic I have to learn, or potion I have to drink, or eat, or ingest in some way to learn your language? Because that's usually how it goes. No? Too bad, although I'm glad I don't have to draw blood or swallow a stone or something. Can't help but feel that you're asking me for help, though. It's the strangest thing. After all, you're just clicking your claws, aren't you? It's not as if you're really talking, is it? I get the strangest feeling that it's asking me for help, but I don't know what to do. I can't break the shell. It's too thick and solid. It's the village of the giant crabs. Hey, that sounds like a great name for a B-movie. Village of the Giant Crabs. It's a village populated by giant crabs. It's a big statue. can see clear to the bottom. This really is an excellent spot for fishing. It's an old fireplace. The top half of the statue depicts a creature with a big mouth calling out. The bottom part of the statue depicts a creature with large ears listening to something. It's a creature with a big mouth. It's a creature with large ears. It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole. It's a huge volcanic mountain. Dense jungle. It's the ruins of an old city. It's a deep hole, more like a crevice actually, caused by some kind of seismic activity. God, it must be at least 50 meters down. The crevice widens out into a huge cave just below, and there's water at the bottom. There's a large cave down there. It's a tiny tree. It's a long rope. Nests, once housing the Alation, but now empty and in disrepair. Alation nests. That's a Maerum city. It's a deserted Maerum city. The remains of a stone structure that probably fell down here through the crevice. There's a piece amongst the rubble that looks like a bolt or a key. It's intact. The top half of the statue depicts a big-mouthed creature calling out. The bottom half of the statue depicts a large-eared creature listening intently. It's a kind of stone key carved into the uncanny likeness of a key, with a head on the end. I could get lost if I just wander off into the jungle with no idea what the island looks like or where I'm heading. With Crow around, a girl can feel safe. What can you tell me about the island, Crow?
Only what I've been able to see from above. There's a volcano, dead I think, and lots of jungle, and some nice beaches.
I'd like to explore the jungle, but I'm afraid I'm going to get lost. Any ideas?
Well, I could stay airborne and keep track of where you are. That way I could direct you when you get lost.
Sounds like a super plan, Crow.
Let's go.
The rumbling is much fiercer here, and the ground is really shaking. It's definitely seismic. It has got to be emanating from this volcanic mountain. I mean, it looks dead, but it must be about to wake up or erupt or something. Great! After surviving a shipwreck, being kidnapped by fishes, and learning to breathe in water, I'm about to die in a volcanic eruption? Isn't that ironic? That's one mother of a tree. It's got to be at least 100 meters tall. And what's that in the tree crown? Looks like a man-made construction. That's a huge tree. There's a large object in the tree crown. What a strange symbol. It's a small, eye-sized aperture with a crystal in it, like a lens. Maybe some kind of telescope? It's a keyhole. I don't see anything interesting. It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city. I can see a statue on a cliff overlooking the sea. I don't see anything interesting. I don't see anything interesting. I don't see anything interesting. It's a statue just below a really tall tree. I don't see anything interesting. Somebody's looking back at me. Oh, wait, that's just my eye. The lens is turned into a mirror.